Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Lucas gains the upper hand over Goldman. Stefan approached Teresa's table at the bistro. He mentioned that he hadn't seen her in a while and wondered what had brought her to the restaurant. Teresa raised a glass and announced that she was enjoying a celebratory mocktail after moving into the Kiriaki's home, or domicile, as she referred to it. She boasted about the size of her and Alex's living quarters and the number of servants that looked after them. Teresa joked about Stefan's proverbial silver spoon. She sarcastically inquired why he was running this very popular restaurant as she looked around the empty dining area. Stefan stated that things had moved slowly, especially since he lost his manager. When Teresa mentioned a new manager, Stefan smiled and glanced at her with interest. Stefan showed Teresa the job advertisement he had created. Teresa said it was fine but criticized the lack of personalization in job searches. Stefan agreed on the importance of socialization and asked Teresa if she happened to know anyone perfect for the job. Teresa advised that Stefan hire Stephanie for public relations. Stefan claimed he had previously worked with Stephanie, but he needed someone on site. Stefan questioned Teresa about her role in the Brady family restaurant dynasty. Teresa joked that she was a member of the Brady family, which frequented the tavern. Stefan said that it was satisfactory for him and stated that he believed the job advertisement had been created specifically for her. While flattered, Teresa denied that she was in a relationship with Alex. Stefan smirked and concluded Teresa's thought, she didn't need to work because she would soon be wealthy. Stefan wondered how Teresa would spend her time. She considered music lessons, volunteer work, and travel before realizing, being rich might be terribly boring. For the time being, however, she preferred to leave her options open and her time free. Kristen and Alex relaxed in bed in the DiMera house. Between kisses, Kristen inquired of Alex whether he had moved directly from Teresa's bed to her own. Alex did not refute the suggestion, but instead tried to appease Kristen by giving her a necklace. He claimed that the ring reminded him of her. Kristen stated that she would reward Alex and tossed the blankets over them as she proceeded to kiss him passionately. Later, Alex ignored a message on his phone that he imagined came from Maggie, inquiring about his attendance at work. Kristen pushed him to go to Titan since her brother, EJ, was always looking for flaws in the company. Alex told her that EJ would not go near Titan as long as I'm in charge. When the phone interrupted them again, Alex looked at the message and sprang up, saying that he was late for an appointment. He moaned and reluctantly departed to get dressed, leaving Kristen holding her beautiful necklace and laughing. Downstairs in the DiMera estate, EJ spoke with Jude, who was in his crib. He told the boy that he will adjust to his new home and expressed sympathy that the little one had spent the entire night weeping every hour on the hour. EJ stated that he was no longer using Jude's name since he planned to rename the boy something more suitable. When Kristen and Alex emerged from upstairs, she joked about EJ's new fetish after noticing him clutching a toy. Unfazed, EJ asked Kristen if she had time to meet his son. Alex kissed Kristen goodbye, greeted EJ politely, and left for his appointment. Kristen approached the crib and said she thought she heard a baby cry the night before. EJ stated that the boy had had a difficult night and invited Kristen to sit down because he had a long story to tell. Kristen, appalled by EJ's revelations about Jude, labeled Sloane as pure evil. EJ claimed Sloane had vanished without a trace, and Nicole wanted to throttle her. Kristen recognized the undead baby part after her personal experience with Rachel, but she had a tougher time believing Sloane had not received any assistance. EJ became agitated and stated that he was merely following what he had been told. He assured Kristen that he and the police were on Sloane's trail. Kristen was amused by the idea of the Salem cops doing anything useful. She also teased an irritated EJ about losing his magic touch, citing his lack of progress in finding Clyde. Kristen agreed that EJ had had an eventful week and expressed satisfaction that he got his son back. She apologized for his loss of the DA post. EJ promised Paulina that she would regret making an enemy of him. Kristen suspected EJ wanted Paulina's position, but she was curious as to why EJ believed becoming mayor would not clash with his obligations at DiMera. EJ dismissed the worry, boldly stating that the mayor makes the rules, and I love to make rules. Stefan entered the mansion shortly afterward. Kristen asked if he'd heard about the baby, and he said he had. EJ and Stefan were disdainful of one another. Kristen excused herself and Stefan to talk with her brother. EJ gave them a suspicious look as they left. Marlena called Roman from her office to check in. They talked about Eric, and Marlena conveyed her gratitude to Roman for supporting their son. After hanging up the phone, Marlena sighed as she looked at a picture of Jude on her desk. She described the event as so heartbreaking. Alex promptly arrived in Marlena's workplace. He apologized for being late and explained that he had been preoccupied with work. Marlena asked if he wanted to talk about anything specific. Alex started ranting about his attempts to put his playboy ways behind him. He confirmed that he was back with Teresa, which Marlena had previously learned via Tate. Alex then revealed that he was also seeing Kristen. Marlena became perplexed as Alex proceeded to talk about wishing to meet both women at the same time because variety is the spice of life. After Marlena asked how he felt about the situation, Alex revealed that he believed Kristen was with him for the physical element of their relationship, whilst Teresa was with him for the money. He claimed that ladies had been throwing themselves at him more than usual since he received his inheritance. Marlena offered Alex a somewhat critical glance and a few snarky words as he continued to believe that most women were pursuing money. When Marlena probed Alex on why he invited Teresa to move in with him, he said that he was doing her a favor. Marlena indicated that Alex might be misleading Teresa about his level of commitment to her. Alex agreed that he should talk to Teresa and clear the air. As Alex prepared to leave, Marlena requested him to greet Maggie on her behalf. Alex seized Maggie's name as an excuse to scream about her relationship with Constantine. Marlena acknowledged she wasn't a fan of the man and asked Alex to keep a watch on Maggie. He promised her he would and left, having scheduled an appointment with Marlena for the following week. After Alex left, Marlena called Roman again. They agreed that Eric would need his family now more than ever, given the loss of his son. Alex met Teresa in Horton Town Square. He explained that he wanted to be completely honest with her and revealed that he was still seeing Kristen. Alex also informed Teresa that he was not ready for a commitment. Taken aback, Teresa smiled, said she'd love not being tied by a commitment, and asked Alex to clarify that they were in an open relationship. He reluctantly consented but seemed unconcerned as Teresa walked away. In the Montana motel room, Ava stirred in bed. She turned over, surprised to find Lucas sleeping beside her. When she stood up, Harris was at the desk, working on his laptop. He announced that they had taken a break on Clyde. Harris confirmed that his ISA sources had successfully cracked the encryption in Clyde's book, revealing Clyde's major dealers. Harris claimed that 3 of the identified dealers lived nearby, and he was confident that one of those dirtbags would direct them to Clyde. Ava objected when Harris proposed she stay behind while he tracked for Clyde. She was enraged, because she had not come all this way to sit on my ass. The two continued to argue as Lucas awoke in the background. After Harris had left, Lucas claimed that Harris had dragged him into the middle of nowhere to do nothing. However, Ava stated that she received a message from Harris notifying her that Goldman would be at the post office that day. Ava also alleged that Harris asked her and Lucas to stake out the site. Lucas was suspicious that Harris wanted them to leave, but Ava insisted. Later, Ava, dressed in a cowboy hat and sunglasses, came outside the post office. Lucas, dressed as a monk, following, unimpressed. He and Ava disagreed over Ava's choice of disguise for him. Ava jokingly inquired whether she had denied Lucas of his ambition of being a cowboy for a day.